Okay, a random variable x represents the time taken in minutes for a haircut at a barber shop. X is normally distributed with a mean 11 and standard deviation 3. Find number 1. Okay, find the probability for x is less than 10. Okay, first of all, mean is 11. Okay, so we don't have to do much here. So mean is 11. So let's just draw the bell curve. Okay, so you have, oops. So this is the bell curve, somewhat like that. Okay, so your mu equals to 11 and standard deviation equals to 3. And the question requires us to find what is the probability for x is less than 10. So 10 should be somewhere here. So this is the area that they are looking at. So so it should be less than 50%. Okay, so less than 50%. So let's do this. So find the z-score. Z equals to 10 minus mu over 3, and so this should be 10 minus 11 over 3, and the answer is negative 0.33333. Okay, recurring. So find the phi for negative z is equals to 1 minus phi for z. Okay, 1 minus 0.6304, and it is 0.3696. Okay, so the value that I gotten here is 0.6304, and the area is to the left, which is from here. So what you have to do is just have to minus 1 because they're using MF19, as we know the area will be on the left. Okay, so that's the answer for the first one. Okay, part 2. Okay, for part 2, we have find the probability that exactly 3 out of 8 randomly selected haircuts take less than 10 minutes. 3 of 8. Okay, so we already have P. Okay, P equals to 0.3696. Okay, we already got that. And then from there we can find what is Q. Q equals to 1 minus 0.3696, and the answer is 0.6304. Okay, we already have that here. Okay, 0.6304. So this is binomial distribution. Okay, this is binomial distribution because 3 out of 8 randomly selected, so it's only 3. So 3 out of 10, so 3 less than 10 minutes, so therefore it should be 8C3, and 0.3696 to the power of 3 times by 0.6304 to the power of 5. Okay, so use calculator to find the answer. So this is success and this is failure. So the answer is okay, 0.2814912, 2814912, or 0.2814224 SF. Okay, sorry, 1524 SF. Okay. Okay, next, part 3. Let's look at part 3. In part 3, the question requires us use a suitable approximating distribution to find the probability that at least 50 out of 100 randomly selected haircuts take less than 10 minutes. Okay, suitable approximating distribution. Okay, so since we have mean, okay, so I'm going to take not Poisson. Okay, I'm going to take normal distribution. Okay, so the estimation of that. So you have mu equals to 11, and what is that? Standard deviation equals to 3. Okay, but if you look at the question, this is using suitable approximation. Okay, so therefore we can't use this. Why? That the question says at least 50 out of 100. Okay, so we have to find a new normal distribution table, or the approximation one, or we have to sketch, not find, we have to sketch a new one. So therefore I have to know what is my n value. Okay, the size sample size n. The sample size here is 50 and at least 50. Okay, so from at least 50 is what I want to find the probability out of 100. So n equals to 100, p is 0.3696. So let's multiply np to find the mu. So this is 36.96. Okay, so n times by p should give you the mu. So once we got the mu, I can find what is standard deviation. So standard deviation is npq, square root of npq. So that should be 100 times by 0.3696 times by 0.6304. Okay, 0.6304. And the answer that I've got is square root of 23.299584. Okay, I'll just leave it as a square root for now. And since this is continuous, okay, and the question says, question requires find suitable to find that at least 50. So at least 50. So we can have 50 or more. Remember, it says at least 50. So if this is 50, so at least 50, it should be 50 or more. Okay, 50 or more. But since this is continuous, we have to find the lower bound. So the lower bound is 49.5 and the upper bound is 50.5. So since at least 50, we have to start with the lowest, okay, and then keep going. So this is the value that I have to find. Okay, so that's the region that I have to look for that value. So from there, z score is your first step that you have to do. So z equals to x minus mu over standard deviation, and x here is 49.5. Okay, so your x is 49.5 minus your mu, which is what do we have, 36.96, divide by square root of 23.299584 and use your calculator. So the answer is and the answer is 2.59790612. Okay, that's why that is what I'm getting, but you don't have to write the whole thing. So find the phi of that to find the probability. X is greater than or equal to 50. Okay, so probability for that. So what do you have to do? Just look at 2.597 or 598, okay, in MF19. Okay, so from MF19, what I have is 0.9953. Okay, 0.9953. And if you look at it, okay, let's draw the new table. Okay, so the mu here is 36.96 and we are looking at more than 50. Okay, so more than 50 is somewhere here. So more than 50 will not be anything more than 50%. It should be less than 50%. Therefore, this is not the answer. So what I have to do, I have to 1 minus 0.9953, and therefore the answer is 0.0047. So the probability for x is greater than equals to 50. Using approximation, the answer is 0.0047.